Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wednesday call at CFORTH. Today is November 27th. My name is Frederick Stahl Holstein, very complicated last name. Greetings to everyone and happy Thanksgiving. And with me on the call, I have two very special guests. As usual, we have Dr. Scott Reese,
Hello, everybody.
and we have our CTO, Chief Technical Officer. He's the guy behind the scene that has made everything possible, guys. So, welcome to the call, Dan.
Hello, guys. Thank you, Frederick.
So tonight we have launched a terrific tool that Dan and his technology team has been working extensively on for quite some time, and it's a very, very important tool. And maybe we should start by saying and explaining why this is an important tool. Scott, would you like to do that?
Absolutely. We are in the industry, we're used to seeing what we call our genealogy. And for those of you that don't know what that is, that's basically people who sponsored people who sponsored people and so on and so forth. So we like to look at our genealogy. And we decided in the company that we needed a way to look at this in more of a full view to see and also have some really great functions on how to find certain things within that. And this first phase of our genealogy presentation that you're about to see and you'll have access to is really significant. And I think it's going to improve all of your business so that you can have a better view of what's going on and volumes and different things like that within this. I think you're really going to enjoy this, especially after you use it for a while and understand it better. This brief overview will help you get started with that. Fred, thank you for putting the priority on this. And Dan, the incredible work that you've done up to this point is amazing, truly amazing. Thank you,
It's
guys.
truly amazing. And this is the first phase of a series of deployments or enhancements or releases, if you like, that Dan and his team will be developing and releasing, hopefully, prior to Christmas. Dan, why don't you show us the website, how to get into this tool, and what this tool does? We'll also fill in with some information as you go.
Sure thing. Let me share my screen then to get started. So I hope you can see the screen now.
Yeah.
And just to inform you that we're looking at our test system. This is not real data. These are not real names. These are invented names. So
Are you telling us that you're not Nicole C?
I'm not Nicole C. Right. So when you log in to your site, you will see this page, right? And to find this genealogy browser, easiest way is to click on the little red button there and go down to genealogy details, right? That has replaced what we previously called the browser genealogy or view your invites. So this new page replaces those two. And it will bring up this page and it will say loading data. And depending on how many users you have or how long is your downline, you'll see that it takes less or more time. But it's just a few seconds. And then you will see this page where you have a lot of columns, a lot of information. And let's go through them all one by one. But the first and most important ones is the name and the level of everybody in your downline. So first of all, you will see yourself at the top, and then you will see everybody by default that are your personal invites. And you can see that they are your personal because it says level 1. You're level 0, and all your personal invites are level 1. Now, if Jean West here, if she has any personal invites, they will show underneath her as level 2. And there's a color coding as well to all these people. As you can see, we have green, which actually that actually is the premier members. We have the black, that's inactive. We have the red, which are shoppers. We have the gray, which are canceled, and we also have yellow for affiliate members. but we'll come to those in a little while. Let's scroll or check the columns one by one. You can see the invite code of everybody. You can see their email if they are your personal invites. And let's check this. Well, you can't see email addresses of people that are on level 2 and below. This is for privacy reasons, and I'm sure Fredrik and Scott can go into more details regarding that.
I'd like to elaborate on that a little bit, Scott.
Yeah, it's very important that you have the information, people that you personally are acquainted with, your personal, if you will, relationships that way. And if you say, well, I actually had this person and I put them under someone else or gave them away to someone else, well, you'll still have their contact information because they're personal friends or acquaintances, certainly. But by compliance rule, we'd like to just keep things very clean so that personal information is just on level 1. That's important to keep us all safe, that no one can call anybody else in or email anybody else in your downline. That's just the way we like to do business. And it's very practical and it's very transparent and fair to people. Okay.
Great. And next column is the status, the current status of each and every one here. So you can see that, well, I'm a premier member. I have some inactive, some other premier members, some shoppers and whatnot, right? And you can see that as you scroll down. This is good because then you can sort of see that somebody, maybe you know her or him, and that has recently become inactive or canceled, and you can perhaps contact them and try to convince them to get back on. Next 3 columns are quite important. These are the volume columns. So you have something called personal volume, group volume, and total volume. The personal volume is the volume that you generate yourself, whatever you buy on the stores or your subscriptions or whatever, that will be seen in this column. The volume, not the price, not the dollar you paid for it, but the volume associated with that purchase. That would typically be the DCs or what you see on the store, for instance. The group volume, that would be what the total volume of all your personal invites have together. So, well, this is a bad example because we don't have any data for this month. This is because it's a test system and it doesn't yet have any data in it. So it's
People
a poor
will just
example.
have to imagine $1 million on each row.
Yeah, exactly. So the group volume, my group volume would be the total volume, the sum of the total volumes of all of my my level 1 people here, right? And then my total volume, that's my personal volume plus my group volume. And this total volume, it's actually what is used to calculate the ranks, starting with bronze and or silver and going upwards on the executive ranks. And therefore, here we show the rank next to this, so everybody can see what rank you're currently at to date. So this is the current month to date.
Very logical to have the total volume next to the rank. Very logical. Very good.
Yeah,
it is. And also, it's important to realize when he says to date, that means at that point in the month, right? I mean, we're kind of playing a little bit of overkill here by explaining it, but I think it's important. If it's the 12th, that's what has come together by the 12th. That's
exactly.
The volume that you have or the rank that you have by, whatever date that you happen to be looking at this in this genealogy.
And I have a question to Dan. Our system, it pretty much calculates things in real time or not?
Well, sort of. There's always a few minutes, up to perhaps 10 minutes delay, but more or less it's real-time calculations. So as soon as anybody make a purchase, that is, of course, reported back into the system. And every 5 minutes or so, we do a scan of the whole thing and recalculate the volumes and the ranks.
That's pretty remarkable, Scott, I think.
It is very remarkable. So again, when you're looking at this to date, let's say it's the 12th, or let's use today, it's the 27th today. You'll be seeing accurate, up-to-date information within 10, 15 minutes or so. It's right here. And of course, you can then make determinations on where you need to go from here in order to finish the month strong. So that gives you an idea.
It's so next columns that are coming along here, it's the last renewal amount and last renewal date. So here you can see when, well, you yourself and your downline, what date they renewed the last time and what was the total quantity, what the total amount was. So this is including shipping and taxes. That's why you see some odd amounts here. And this is probably useful so that you can a little bit keep track of what your genealogy is actually having or that they are buying more or less on the subscription. And as you know, you can switch your subscription to, well, quite a few different packages right now. I don't know if you have 6 or 7 or even more right now.
Oh, we have even more. We have over 10.
Yeah. So this is quite interesting. You can see, well, this is the test data, right? So you see they were renewed in September, right? So that's one way to see that this is not up-to-date data.
Again, this is just a test system, so
Yeah.
nothing you see here is real, guys.
Yeah. So then we come to the next few columns, which shows the number of shoppers, the number of affiliate members, the number of premier members, and the number of owners you have in your first line among your personal invites, right?
And Dan, what is that symbol next to shoppers, next to affiliate members on the right side? Is that sorting?
This
or
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a search or filter button. So let's say I want to see everybody who has, 2 or more shoppers. Can do that.
Interesting.
Do you see how it works?
Yeah.
Now I click them back, select all, and see them all. And now I take away the 0 and take away the 1, and I only see this.
Very smart.
It's a very cool feature, actually. If you want to sort it, you have to click on the dots here, and you can sort ascending or descending, and that's probably better for things like dates and stuff like that, right? So if I sort them ascending, start with some very old dates here, but probably better to sort on the descending, and you get the latest first, 29th of October, 15th of October, etc.
Nice.
Yeah. Also, it's important to say that I'll show this a bit later, but since you have all these, you have a nice feature here that's called expand all groups or collapse all groups. If I expand everything, I can see all the levels all the way down, right? I see level 2, level 3, level 4. Even have some level 5 here.
Yeah, cool.
So this is pretty neat, actually, right?
Yeah.
Now, if I do collapse all, they will all disappear. It just shows myself here, right? And then I have to open up. I can open up single ones, or I can go here and say, expand them all, right? Get them all back.
Yeah.
Then you can see everyone's downline, basically.
Yeah. So this is the complete downline, starting with you. So we were looking at the number of shoppers, the affiliate members, the premier members, and the owners. Quite useful information. We do have some more information about how much commission did people earn or have everybody earned. Up to date this month, well, there's nothing, but last month, some people earned money here, as you can see. You can also see, the commission that corresponds to ways to earn number 1 to number 8. Okay. And then we have something called bonus. That's the executive rank bonus, which is number 9 on the ways to earn. And the X bonus, which would be like the 11th way to earn because it's actually not among the 10 ways to earn.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be in this column with the bonus. Last month and the month before last. The reason why it doesn't say to date, as we have on the other columns, it's because the bonus is paid out on the 5th every month, but it refers to the month before that. So when we say bonus earned last month, we refer to the bonus earned in October, but paid on November 5th. Does that make sense?
Totally.
Absolutely.
Great. And we also have the rank for last month.
It doesn't end.
And
It continues.
yeah, continues. And we have the highest rank ever achieved. And this is because you might have earned, or reached a rank previous month that was very high. And then due to whatever reasons, maybe the months after that, there was less people in your downline making purchases, etc. And so you earned less volume, and then you didn't reach the same rank again. But then this is a good reminder of your top, the highest rank ever achieved. Right? And finally, at the end of this, we have two columns that are barely visible, but it is the total store orders amount and date, I think it is. No, this month to date, and that one which can't be seen. Sorry about that. We need to work on this a little bit still, I see. Yeah, that would be last month. So if there are any store orders at all in the system, reported by any of your downline, they will be seen here. That way, if anybody on your downline told you, well, I bought a big package from Blaze or whatever, you would be able to see that amount showing up in here.
That's good.
Extremely good.
Yeah.
There are two things. You've shown us almost everything, but you didn't show us the obvious thing on top there. Show all, click in shoppers.
So these are the additional features. Now, say that you want to just browse around and take a look on your shoppers and whatever, and you see these buttons here called quick filters. Well, the standard is to show all. That's what's actually pre-selected when you come into this page. But if I want to see all the shoppers, I click shoppers, and you see how, well, I don't see only shoppers, but I will see on the bottom, the deepest level down, you will see only shoppers. And the reason why you see a green one here, which is a premier member, is because that's the sponsor of these three guys who are all shoppers, right?
Yeah.
So in order to maintain the hierarchy here and to see who's the sponsor, we have to still show that green little one over there, right, on top of it. And same thing goes if we go affiliate members. Okay, let's expand all to see what happened. Well, there's an affiliate member very far down on level 5, but the people on top here are all inactive, right? Now, if I select premier members, I should see only green at the bottommost levels of each branch, so to say. I can also see active members, which would be a mix of premier and affiliate members. Green and yellow. I can look for my inactive people. There's quite a few in here. I can see canceled members. And this can be interesting because they have been inactive for a very long time and are now considered canceled. But they might still come back if they want to, if you can convince them. That's a change we made just a week or two ago.
Yeah. People can still come back, guys. And what if you use the search? What if you put Emilio in there? I saw.
Glad you mentioned that one. This is the really cool feature. Let's say you're looking for somebody down there. You don't really know where she or he is, but let's look for Flora, right? So you just type in Flora, and you get Flora and Flores. Well, Flora, you have a couple of Flora Nolans. This is because we're reutilizing the same names and last names when we're assigning the names. That's why they appeared several times. So maybe that was a bad example. But you get the
if you would put my name in, there would only be one.
Well, actually, I don't think there will be anyone. Well, there's Frederick with CK, but you see, you're at 4 different places.
Frederick Chase. We have other people called Chase in the company.
Yeah. So anyway, this is quite useful for names, but it will also help you search if you want to search for, I don't know, the invite code of somebody. So let's type it in. 12133, 4. And there it is. There you find Wayne Snyder. If you know his invite code, you can type it in.
That's excellent. This is really important for people that have larger a business, right? And they may have 100 or 50 or 300 or 500 people, but they don't want to go search, and they need to find them. They can simply type that in the search bar and it brings them right up. I love that. That's really extremely cool.
It's a great feature, actually. It's great. And not only that, it searches on all the fields. So I could even type a date.
Wow.
Well, should be dashes here.
That's the European way to.
This is the international way of writing date with year, month, and day. But yeah, you'll get used to it quickly, or we might need to change this to better fit the Americans. But just needless to say, if the year is the first, it will be easier to sort it. But anyway,
Wow.
those are details.
Yeah, for example, if you want to put 1-star in there, or 1-star owner maker, does it search? So it searches all columns? Incredible.
It does.
Yeah, that also works. And you will see the 2-star owner maker because, of course, that person is above, right? So in order to show this one, which is at the bottom, I need to show the ones above as well.
Great.
But yeah, that works.
That's really great.
And
Very
the
cool,
last,
man. So
yeah, there's one more feature here that I didn't show you. Well, there are actually a couple of more features. You can actually make these columns wider or more narrow. You can even change the order of columns here. You see, I'm dragging this one over there. Let's say I'm all the way to the left, but I want to drag this, I don't know, the total volume over there, so I can always see it. Or go back like that. Quite nice features. Let's see what else. We do have the, well, you can choose columns that you would want to show. So if I want to remove a few of them, let's see, I might not be interested in showing commissions and bonus or the total stores. And then they have now disappeared here from or they should disappear. Yeah. You see?
yeah.
That's great.
And then I only get these columns. And then I can, of course, reset them all.
That's great. Great
Yeah.
feature.
And finally, we have this button over here, download Excel. Clicking that will download what you have currently selected on screen. So if you have filtered, that's what you're downloading. So if you click Premier Members and click download, you download that list of Premier Members. And this file will be quite nice to look at. You'll see all the names in that same order that we just saw them. And you have some, the levels expanding and collapsing things over here, right?
Dan
nice.
It's an Excel wizard, everyone. He's got a PhD in Excel. So Dan, tell us a little bit. Thanks so much for this demonstration. This is very useful. So this was delivery or deploy 1. Tell us a little bit about. You can stop screen sharing. Tell us a little bit about what is in the loop before Christmas. What are you guys, now that this has been deployed, what are you guys working with? Maybe
right, so this was
Christmas,
perhaps,
hopefully, but yeah.
Sure. So this is probably the most complete and complex and difficult one to actually create. And this is the first time we're using this software that we're integrating with. That's why it's taking us a little bit of time to get it done. But we have already started on 3 other data grids or pages that we're going to finish in the next couple of weeks, I hope. And one of them is the ability to see all your withdrawal details. Currently, you can only see how much you have withdrawn in total, but we will be able to show a list of all the withdrawals and the statuses. That's one. Another one would be the Matrix browser. I mean, as you know, we have this. We still have the old Matrix browser, but we're replacing that with something along the line of what you just saw, but with a little bit less details. And we also
More
have,
user-friendly and more detail, more user-friendly.
yeah, exactly. And we also have planned another sort of data table with all the data regarding your commissions and bonuses and ranks. So you can see them month by month in a timely fashion, sort of from left to right. So you can see your, how it changes over time. We will probably also add to that some sort of graph to show you in a graphical way or a diagram how those bonuses and commissions are growing and decreasing month by month.
That's outstanding. It's really, really good stuff, man. Dan, first of all, thank you for doing this, for letting us volunteer you to do this. Kind of wasn't your choice. I feel like we may have tricked you. But nevertheless, we're glad you were here because how thorough and brilliant.
I'm
This
glad to help. And let's just hope that everybody understands how to use this tool. It's quite intuitive, but there are a lot of features that might be a bit hidden, to start with, but I'm sure you will all get to grips with it and start using it every day.
And by the way, this particular release, is it available when? Now? When? Never?
As of 6 hours ago.
6 hours ago. So you saw what Dan did. He clicked on the red button in the top right hand corner. If you log in, you go down there and you just pick that genealogy button or a link and click on that, and it'll take you right to it and use it. Practice with it a little bit. Okay, have some fun. Even if you don't have a whole lot going on yet, just check it out because the more you know, the more powerful it becomes for you. And I think it's great. Dan, awesome.
I'd like to say one last thing, and that is that I would like everyone to know that Dan and his team, they are real superstars.
Yeah.
I've worked with a lot of CTOs. I've worked with a lot of tech departments in my life, but I don't think that I've ever worked, and a lot of good ones, actually, built very complex systems in the gaming industry. But it's a real pleasure to work with Dan and his people because they work 24/7. And what I really like about this situation now, besides the fact that we have this fantastic tech team in place, is that we are in a position, everyone, to be able to develop these marketing enhancement tools that are useful for everyone to succeed in your business. And I think that's very important because during big parts of this year, Dan and his team, they were building stuff that no one could see. For instance, the commission system, the commission plan. No one sees that. But now we're in a position to build functionality that actually helps people in their day-to-day business at CFORTH. Right, Scott?
Absolutely, big time. And we're working on that together as a team to give you things that you can do on a regular basis to actually build your business effectively and appropriately and properly. It's really just a mindset of giving you the right tools to show people what we believe to be the greatest business out here. And by the way, taking that in a step in the right direction is certainly this today. Again, great. My hat's off and kudos to Dan and the entire tech team. Very, very, very good stuff. Gosh, just so excited.
Thank you both for those nice words. I'll make sure that I pass it on to the rest of the team.
Awesome. I'm just so happy and satisfied that we control technology. We control our own technology. We're not dependent on other platforms that many other companies are in this industry. Sooner or later, they end up in difficulties because they cannot develop things as fast as they need them to be developed if you rely on third parties. We control our own destiny. We control our own technology platform. And I think that the month of November has seen a lot of very, very good technical deploys and releases that are incredible enhancements to our company. That being said, thank you very, very much, Dawn. And thank you very much. Thanks a lot, Scott. And what else? Well, it's Thanksgiving over in the States.
Yes, indeed.
Have a great Thanksgiving, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Hey, guys.
Thanks. Bye.